the things we do. So when I say to you target audience, what does that make you think of?
The client that can best help me grow my business.
Yeah, I like that answer. Yeah, that's a good answer, and that is what your target audience is. It's the audience that you're looking for, the right person to work with you, the people who are going to value you for the service that you provide and the pricing that you haven't implemented. Target audience. It's like the bullseye. You figure out who you want to serve, and then you target them. Very specific. So the first thing to think about is branding and brand recognition. So while we're focusing on the target audience, we also have to think about what kind of first impression we want to provide to them. And that's what your brand is about. It's about your first impression. It's the basic representation of you, and your brand will change as your business grows, for sure. So for anybody who is uh, thinking about your logo and name, and well, the name is pretty important to get right. And there is a workshop in the portal about your name and your logo. The name is the one that you really want to think about first, because changing your name down the line can be complicated. It's doable. Anything's doable, but it's kind of one of those stressors that comes up later that you kind of wish you would have thought first earlier. When we're new business owners, we're very in love with the idea of our business and with with our mission and our focus. So back to it. The What I was saying earlier was our CEO Freedom client, Wendy, is going after a more luxurious client. And she's got this, Wendy's a beautiful soul. She's got this, she wants to have an intimate relationship with her clients. So she's going from Seattle Clean Living, which is a really great name as well. Her target audience is Seattle. And what she does is clean. And the adjective or the explainer word is living, Seattle Clean Living. And she's gone to the name Clean Splendid. So it tells what she does is clean, and how she does it is splendidly. I think it's a really kind of a neat name. At first, it was one of those names that I thought it doesn't seem long enough, or I don't know if I understand it, but once I started to hear about her target audience and what she's looking for in her target audience, I very quickly started to understand why she picked that name. So when you're picking your name, I'll also tell you about my name, Cap Cleaners. I, to this day, wish that I had thought more deeply about the name. Cap stands for Carrie and Peter. And at the time, I mean, that was romantic and nice and all of that stuff. But the problem with it is that nobody understands that it's a cleaning company, right? Cap. What does that tell you, Cap? Not really anything. People always go, oh, when they hear that it's Carrie and Peter, and they think it's cute. But when you are targeting commercial clients, if you call and say, it's Carrie from Cap, they have no idea what you're talking about. We did add to our name. It's now Cap Vacation Rental and Commercial Cleaners. That's a long name, right? It's taken us so much to explain it. Whereas we might have gone away with Diamond Commercial Cleaners or anything. Really, honestly, anything that wasn't an acronym. So I would encourage you to watch in the portal, the workshop on how to name your cleaning business. It goes in really deep into the reasons why you should choose a cleaning business. And it gives you a website that you can go in and put your keywords. Like if you want to express that you're unique, you could put unique cleaners in the search bar, and it will give you all of the different ideas for names for a cleaning business that has unique and cleaners in the title or janitorial. It's a great one. I've played with it and found many names that I wish I had named my cleaning business instead. But now that we built this cleaning business, actually rebranding now would be silly because we actually are well known in our communities, in the communities we serve. And our clients actually like it. Now they understand what CAP stands for and they think it's cute and all of that stuff. They get the family values for sure. So now actually rebranding probably wouldn't make sense for us. And now that I know what I know, the name still annoys me. I love my husband, but the name annoys me. So brand recognition, it matters because consistent marketing will build your brand recognition. It establishes your cleaning business as a reputable and trustworthy service provider. So the more people hear your name, the more they feel like they know you. They say that once a person sees your business or hears about your business 3 times, they feel like they know you. By 5 times, they feel like they trust you. And that's why our automated email marketing is something that I really admire or adore, because it's getting my content in front of those clients every 25 days. So over time, just as they're starting to sort of forget that they got an email from CAP Cleaners, bang, another one comes and like, oh yeah, I remember them. And then one day when they're annoyed with their current cleaners, or so they know somebody who's looking for a cleaning agency, they realize, hey, I know this cleaning company named CAP Cleaners, even if they've never spoken to me. In their mind, they know me. And so, when you're thinking of client referrals, when somebody says, I know a cleaning business, that there's immediate trust to the person they're talking about. Do you understand? So brand recognition is about having the clients feel like they trust you. That's the ultimate goal. So when potential clients repeatedly encounter your brand through various marketing channels, it creates familiarity and a sense of credibility, making them more likely to choose your services over the competitors once they got your name in their head. That's why those jingles work so well. My Oscar Mayer Wiener commercial. Like, who doesn't feel like they can trust Oscar Mayer? So that brings us to the whole point of this little workshop it's about targeted advertising, targeted audiences. Targeted advertising is also known as audience specific or personalized advertising. It's a marketing strategy that focuses on delivering advertisements to a specific group of individuals or a well-defined audience based on various demographic, behavioral, or psychographic factors. So this means what you're doing is you're really defining who it is you want to sell to. And you'll be surprised as we do this next little exercise at how specific this is. So I wonder if anybody here would just like to give me an overview of what you think you'll be taking into account when you're thinking about your target audience. Does anybody want to tackle that one?
Ability to pay for your services.
Mm-hmm. Yes, good. Yeah, the ability to pay for your services. Yeah, for sure. I love that, by the way. I always want to look at this one because that's where I know the mic is. I love that you said that, because that is really the thing. In this world of lowest bidder mentality, there is a huge market or target audience that is being missed. And it is the people who are willing to pay for your service. It is also, or there's a saying that the perfect client is the client that asks your prices only out of curiosity. That's a client who is looking for something other than the lowest bid. So, like when I go into Starbucks, I know it's going to be expensive. I know it is. I'm not going to Starbucks because I want to spend more money on coffee. I go to Starbucks because I love their caramel macchiato and it's the only thing I ever order. I never used to drink at Starbucks ever because I didn't like the prices. But a friend of mine started a winter Christmas special. Every Christmas, she would bring me a caramel macchiato. And now it's a habit for me. I have to have a caramel macchiato at least once a year around Christmas time, or else it just isn't Christmas. That's all. She branded for them, right? Like, because they do this big thing where they pull people in over the holidays, right? Like the spice latte. Um, so when I go to Starbucks, I expect that everything on the menu is expensive. I have no idea what a caramel macchiato costs. I have no clue. I don't know. Because usually when I go there, I'll buy for somebody else because it's Christmas time, so I don't pay attention to that. I know that it's expensive,
But they've
but
established themselves as a luxury brand, though. They did that right off the bat. So you know if you need to go spend $1.25 on coffee only, you're not going to Starbucks.
right, right. Their target audience is an audience who asks the price only out of curiosity. And there is a target audience like that for the cleaning industry. And they're not as hard to get to as you think. However, they do have some specific, sorry, I have a speech impediment and some days it likes to come out. There are some specific things that you need to do. And like you said, brand yourself as luxurious, brand yourself as over the top, brand yourself as somebody that they can trust and who will serve them well. I'll tell you this, that many people feel a little bit intimidated by going for this target audience, that my favorite target audience is not actually the high end. My favorite target audience is somewhere in the middle. I have three rates. I have my base rate, my regular rate, and my top end rate. And the rates actually, the middle rate is a rate that I like to use for my base or for my regular rate. This is the rate that I want to be paid. However, if there's a competition and the client says, hey, I'd love to work with you, but you're just a little bit too expensive for me, and I really see the value in working with them, then I know that I can go down to my base rate, which is the rate that I'll never go less than in order to be profitable. I know that I have that wiggle room. But then my higher end rate is actually not just because I know the client will pay more and so I'm going to charge them more. It's usually if there's more skill involved, if I may have to pay my employees more, if it's late at night, different reasons that you may need to pay more or, sorry, charge more. I feel that it should always be sort of in relation to your wages. So now there are people out there that are after the high end market. I know people that clean for Hollywood stars, and Hollywood stars expect to pay more. So if you don't charge enough, they won't hire you because they hold the value in the dollar amount, right? So that's another targeted audience situation. So I'm just going to quickly run through with you a targeted audience analysis. So is there anybody in this room that would be willing to do this little exercise with me on targeted audience analysis? Cindy or Aisha? I think I've done it with Tiffany already.
I'll give it a try. I guess put the new girl on the spot.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. Aisha and Peter, go ahead. Oh, Peter's not here. He's on the other screen. See, I like to yell at him even when he's not here. Okay. Feel free, get out a pen and follow along and answer for yourself as well. So, Cindy, thanks so much for working through this with me. I'm going to ask you some questions, even if they seem kind of weird. If you don't mind just going with me and just answering the first thing you think of. You don't have to put a lot of thought into it. In fact, sometimes the less thought you put into it, the more authentic the answer. So the first question is, when you envision your perfect client, like this is the client that you want to work with and you wish every client was like them, do you see a man or a woman?
Oh my gosh. Probably a man.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. And so this man, would you have a guess how old he might be?
Probably 30 to 50.
Mhm. So I usually like to go with about a 10-year age gap.
Oh, okay. So then I'd say 32 to 42, maybe.
Mhm. I like that. That's good age. Um, Now, this man, is he married?
No.
Okay. Does he have any children?
Um, Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have to be a yes or no?
Uh, Not necessarily. We'll see later. We'll
Okay.
we'll, we'll see later if it matters.
Maybe a maybe would be my perfect answer, but a yes for grins and
Maybe,
giggles.
yeah, maybe he's a closet baby daddy.
Weekend dad, you don't know,
Yeah, yeah. Um, so do you have an idea about how much a year this man makes?
I would say probably at least 60.
Mm-hmm. And what does he do?
More than likely he's going to be a professional or like techie.
Mm-hmm. I'm just writing these down as we go so I don't forget later. Um, do you think that he works away from home or do you think he works from home?
I mean, obviously, if he's a professional, he may hybrid work. If he's techie, more than likely he will be remote.
Mhm.
But so I don't know. It's probably weighted 50-50, I want to say.
And here you have to choose one.
So let's do, gosh, that's a good question. Ideally for me, it would be professional, like working away from home, working outside the home.
Yeah, I understand that. It's not, I prefer if the clients aren't home when I clean. Um, so the next question I have for you is this man who is between the ages of 30 and 32 and 42. He's not married. He might have kids, but he probably isn't as involved with the kids if he does. He's a professional tech guy who works away from home. Um, he makes $60,000 a year. What do you think he does when he's not at work?
Probably hanging out with his friends, catching up on work at home, maybe a hobby.
Sounds like he's pretty laid back, eh?
Um, yeah, I mean, I think so.
Do you think that he's involved in any outdoor activities?
Well, if he's here in the Midwest where I am, yes.
What kind of outdoor activities?
So seasonal dependent. More than likely it's going to be something like hiking, canoeing, um,
Okay. And do you think that he's interested in sports at all?
yeah.
What is the big sport where you are?
Go pack. Packers football.
Oh, yeah. If my husband had been in the room, he would have told me. I wouldn't have had to look so confused. Um,
Trust me, I'm not a football fan. I go kicking and screaming.
yeah, I know. I'll sit politely through it. I actually took my husband to an Edmonton Eskimos game once, and I had a good time, but I have no idea what happened in the game.
Right.
So
I go to eat. I go to any sporting event to eat.
yeah, yeah. We went to see the Toronto Blue Jays play last July, and I went and got ice cream. That was the big deal. I was so excited to get ice cream in a little tiny baseball cap with a little tiny spoon. It was really cute. So
Fun.
So this man, who is now your target audience, he is between 32 and 42, not married. Probably, if he has kids, he doesn't spend a lot of time with them. He makes about 60K per year and works away from home mostly. When he's not at work, he's hanging out with his friends or maybe doing some hobbies around the house. He's got a pretty laid back lifestyle. He probably likes outdoor activities like hiking and canoeing. And of course, he's a Packers fan. And so when you think about this man, if you wanted to target him as a client, what you would do is target the places he hangs out. So in this day and age of Facebook, Instagram, you'd probably look in groups that talk about football or sports or hiking and canoeing groups in your area. You can obviously go to community groups and the buy and sell groups um, in order to market your cleaning business. But really, honestly, the way to do it is to have your Facebook business page, and use that page to sign up in groups and just like people's posts and comment on people's posts using your business page's name. So they're seeing your cleaning business name. It honestly, people think it matters what you say or who you say it to. It doesn't. All you want is your cleaning business to pop up. Or, if somebody's my favorite thing is wins. If somebody goes into a group and they're bragging about a win of some kind, so that's why, the Packers football, get involved in those conversations. Your cleaning business now looks like you're almost endorsing Packers. You know what I mean? Your name is showing up. It's like back in the day, you had to pay, thousands and thousands of dollars to have your name show up in a Packers arena. Now you can go on Facebook and enter a free group and start commenting, liking, and sharing people's posts, and they're going to get to know you. They're going to get to see you.
Can I interject? So in my previous life business, something that we were always taught was that you want to mirror your client.
Mm-hmm.
So, and in an area that is so saturated with, whatever the business is, because we can all, say you've got an even playing field where you've got everyone who's got great cleaning skills. They've got, we're all saying the same thing. Maybe we're all eco-friendly or whatever it is. Like sometimes what it boils down to is, who does your client feel most comfortable with? And does your personality jive? Like it might literally not be any more complicated than that.
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly it. And that's why the core values is so important. Yeah. Once you understand your core values and you start to exude core values, you start to pull people in with the same core values. So when you're liking and commenting on their posts, let's see, one of my core values is work as a team. So if I went into a local sports group and I was liking somebody's post, I might say something like, way to work as a team. Oh, I love to see teamwork. This is amazing teamwork. And anybody who values teamwork is going to notice that comment, like that comment, and respond to it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly the idea. So in this world where there's so much going on social media, and I see, I'll tell you, I probably talk to probably between 500 and 1,000 different owners a week. And when I'm talking to them, I'm seeing their advertising, I'm seeing what they're doing. Some are really great and some are very, very subtle. I honestly think that the way to find clients is to be personal with them. You spend all this time making these video posts, and I'm not saying don't make video posts. I think video posts are effective, and there is a certain audience that is looking for those, right? That appeals to them. That's why you want to have 10 strategies, because your target audience can be scattered amongst these 10 strategies. But it's about creating the relationships. This is what people crave right now, these relationships. Especially coming out of COVID. When we were first out of COVID, that was the way to get business. I mean, if you could make somebody feel important, that was your client, because everybody felt pretty isolated and alone. And if you have a client who is actually alone, who has no family or friends, then as soon as you find out your core values fit and you start talking with them, then they would open up their door to you and allow you into to work for them, right? What we're seeing now, what I think, this is all my opinion. It's not scientific fact, and I haven't done a study, but I have a way of being able to look at at what's going on and understand kind of the psychology behind it. And what we're seeing now is a lot of people who are kind of sick and tired of the oversaturation of everything going on in social media. Facebook became business, and people like, I still see people who are saying, like, why are you talking about business? This is Facebook. We don't like, they don't even understand that Facebook is now a business platform. Um, Same as TikTok. TikTok's now becoming business. It used to be just fooling around and like mindless, brainless. That's why I kind of liked it. I spend my evenings, once I crawled into bed, I would turn on TikTok to erase my uh my thoughts about business. And now it's all about business on TikTok as well. So I'm finding that, like, there's a post, somebody said something to me in a group the other day, and I said outright to them, this is a very intelligent and well thought out comment. I really appreciate it. And of course, that person and I started talking. We have we're never going to work together because we don't have anything we have no service for each other. But I made a friend because what I was looking for was that intelligent conversation. I'm kind of sick and tired of talking about, what's the big stuff on, healers and mediums and all of these things that are going on, AI. I just want to talk to someone, you know? So there's a shift coming, and you have to be wary of that. Trends come and go, and then they come back again, and then they go again. Like, it's constant. So I always say pick at least 10 strategies and then keep going, because it fades out and fades back in. Like, the cycle just continues, just like in everything in life. The cycle comes back around because we're creatures of habit, but we get sick of things and move on. So right now, the big thing is video. But when video started, like when I started doing video, probably almost 2 years ago, the attention span was 7 seconds. So what they would say to you is you have 7 seconds to catch somebody's attention. And I thought, wow, that's actually a lot of time, 7 seconds. We can do that. Well, about 6 months ago, they said it was 3 seconds. And now they're saying a second and a half. If you don't catch somebody's attention in a second and a half, they're going to leave. Do you know how quick that is? Like, just what I said, there's a second and a half. So that's how you have to get people. Was in that first second and a half. Something like that might get somebody's. In fact, I might start saying that at the start of my. That might be my new. I'm writing it down. Sounds so annoying. It might get somebody's attention. But people are just getting sick of scrolling and watching this content, right? What's going to happen is they're going to move to something else for a while. I don't have any idea what it might be because it's just so hard to tell. But they'll be back. And so when they're back, if you're still running your video content, when they come back, they're going to see it and they're going to have a refreshed mindset about it. But I believe right now people are kind of getting tired of video. All right, so social media advertising, we just sort of went over this, but as a recap here, I'm just going to get this out of the way. You're going to want to think, what does your perfect client look like? And what do they do for a living? How much money do they make, and where do they spend it? I didn't ask you that question, really. But it is something to think about. Are they into fashion? Are they into sports cars? Where are they spending their money? Hopefully they want to spend some on cleaning. What do they do for fun? We did talk about that. And where do they hang out? This also is important for networking, which I think is coming up in the next slide. So I'm not going to go too deep yet, because then I'll say it twice and you guys will get bored. What is their main goal? You're going to want to connect with them on that level. What is their goal in life? So their goal in life is not to have a clean house, but it'd be nice to have a clean house on the way. Some people's goal in life is to have a clean house or a clean office. But what is their real goal? Like, my real goal in life is to help people overcome obstacles. That's what I like to do. I have so many years of knowledge for the cleaning industry that's how I work towards that goal. I have people that I started working with 3 years ago that are still really great friends of mine. And now they come to me for advice on life topics. You know, I help them in other ways. I help them with their families and their friends. That's really actually my life goal. My mission in life is to help others overcome obstacles. And the cleaning industry allows me to walk that way. I want to be on stages and I want to be a motivator and I want to do so much more. But in order to get there, I've got to set a foundation, right? So whatever their main goal is, that's what they're passionate about, and that's how you're going to get their attention. If you know something about their main goal and you're able to talk to them about it, you'll get their attention. Some of you might have heard me say, but what do you want to do when your cleaning business, when your cleaning business is running itself, what do you want to do? That's what I really want to know. I have people I work with that actually want to be coaches. And I tell them, okay, let's get your cleaning business going, and then I'll help you become a coach. Not that it's a service I offer, because I'm still learning myself. You know, I'm not an expert at this, but I do know experts, and I'll help you get there. So targeted advertising, also known as audience specific or personal, I already did this. I'm just going to skip this. That was a mistake. Another really great way to get to your target audience is through referral and loyalty programs. So this is a stacked kind of marketing idea where once you start attracting the right audience and you start pleasing the right audience, they're going to tell their friends and family. So I always say, your clients are going to bring their friends and family no matter what. It will happen. But what do those people look like? So if you are attracting a client who is the lowest bidder client, who's always complaining and trying to get free cleaning, they're going to tell their friends and family that they found that cleaner. And if you're attracting a client who wants a professional service, somebody who takes care of their needs, is easy to talk to, charges a good rate, but is worth every penny, and you find that client and you serve them, they're going to tell their friends and family. So you kind of, like, I always think about it as a party. Who do I want at the party? I don't want to invite the bikers because they're going to bring their friends. I want to invite the elite so that they will bring their friends, right? Hang out with who you want to be, kind of thing. So always remember with these referral programs, it really helps if you already have a really great target audience or a really great client base. I honestly do not really want my lowest bidder to be sending me all their friends and family. So when you are creating a referral program, think about that. If you create a referral program that says, I'll give you $50 every time you give me a new client, you are creating that referral program to people who value free money. People who value free money probably always want a discount. So when you're creating referral and loyalty programs, think about that. What if you had a loyalty program, or sorry, a referral program where you offered a free networking event? You know, a plate at a charity event. That says a lot about your core values, right? And about the people when they go to a charity event and say, I have this cleaner who, for every 3 people, she gives away a plate at a free charity event. You're going to be getting some pretty, let's say, I'd say high quality clients, right? Clients who value something other than money. charity is something amazing to value. Does that
Would
make
you,
any sense? Go ahead, Cindy.
I'm sorry. Would you also include like your affiliate marketing in with this, or would you treat that separately?
Affiliate marketing is something that I have like this love-hate relationship with it. I still need to be convinced about affiliate marketing.
And
I
see, I'm
still
on, yes, I'm
Go
on,
ahead.
so I'm on, I'm kind of at that place also. I just, I just don't know if it's worth all the effort
I
that
know.
potentially would have to, put into it. Because for me, affiliate marketing means I'm going to have to find those other service providers. Ideally, I want to take the time to sit down with them. I want to learn their core values. I want to know who they are servicing. Is that market, that demographic worth it for me to bring them on board? And then, you know, it's great that, you promise you're going to refer business back and forth, but I also, unless I ask them and they're honest with me, I don't know how many other cleaners they may be also courting.
Mhm.
So then it becomes, well, do you offer them a monetary, like for every client you send me that books, I'll give you $50,
Mhm. Yeah.
so.
You know, the thing, it's such a, I love that you brought this up because for me, it's like a conundrum because somebody who is interested and good at affiliate marketing is money driven, and money driven people can create results. It's very important. Like, it's one of the things that my coach that I had before said, when you're looking for cleaners, find cleaners who have a really important why, like they're putting their kids through college, they're saving for a mortgage, they've got a big vacation. Find those people and they will be loyal, really loyal to you because they have a good why. But here's the problem. Once they've fulfilled their why, they stop working.
But I don't necessarily, we had this conversation, I think, the first time that we were texting. I am not, like, I've always believed in my businesses that when you are chasing a dollar, people can feel that. They know it's off putting. But if you put your client or your customer first, they know that, and the money should follow. If you do a good job and you put the client first, the money should come.
Mm-hmm.
So of course I want to make a good living doing this, but I'm just, there's got to be like a nice balance there, because I have to be able to support myself, pay for my business, but I have to make sure that I survive the market by taking care of my customers.
Mm-hmm. Right? Yes. Yes. Good point. Well, there was one thing that you said that really struck with me. So I'm going to say it at the risk of sounding like a parrot. Um, Core values. So what are your core values, and are you attracting people according to your core values, even in affiliate marketing? Because you said I have to sit down with them and figure out the core values. Figuring out somebody's core values is very quick. What are your core values? Or I'd like you to walk through this core values exercise with me. Think of if I'm not sure, Cindy, I know that I haven't done a core values with you, but you might have seen it in the program. What's the thing that you dislike most, or when you see it happen to somebody else or it happens to you, it just makes you so angry? Now, let's just do that one. Can you tell me a word?
So just in a word, something that happens to me that I don't care for is, I don't like to be discounted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to be overlooked, or to be like lack of recognition.
I don't know that recognition, because I'm not, so recognition to me, I don't know. Recognition is a loaded word for me. because I feel like I'm kind of under, I like to run under the radar. Like I don't like to be out in front and recognized for a lot of things. Like I like to do good things and I like just sit back.
Yep.
I don't like it when I'm ignored or someone doesn't value my needs. And I think that's why I try so hard to value other people because I live by that golden rule. Like I treat people the way I want to be treated.
Mm-hmm. I love that. It's so funny how the people that come to this program are such a great core values fit with me. I attract good core values fit people, and
Yeah.
every once in a while, I attract somebody who isn't a core values fit, and it will happen to you as you learn how to use core values to attract employees and clients. Every once in a while, somebody slips under the radar, and you notice it so quickly. You're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! You don't think the same as me. This isn't going to work." It's the relationship for me. I'm so heavily core values driven that people pick up on it right away. And the truth is, what they say is like good repels bad. And it's not that I'm like this like holier than thou great person, but my positive core values will deter somebody with equally negative core values. There's no way for us to function together. So there are people out there who have way more noble positive core values than me, and they also have a direct opposite to them. And those people, when they come into your circle, it's like water and oil. It's like you. It's so amazing how quickly you realize this person is not good for you. You feel it in your stomach, especially when you're always doing the core values. So when you said about the affiliates, if you value helping people over money, then you're going to attract people who value helping people over money. And so the scenario where they need to be money hungry in order to be a great affiliate wouldn't actually
It's not going to work.
compute.
Right.
Yeah. So, but your core value there being, like Aisha said, unheard. Uh, just take your time and slowly, and other businesses says, get to know them. She says, Aisha says, take your time and get to know them. So your positive core value, before we move on, I really want to lock that in. You said unheard, undervalued. So I think undervalued might be the negative word you're looking for.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I think we all want to be valued. But I'm a nurturer and a giver. And I think that sometimes that works against me, but I like to do for other people. But the flip side of that is it's not always necessary, but it is nice if people recognize that in a little way or they reciprocate that sometimes.
Mm-hmm. So I think that your positive core value would be show recognition, which is a really amazing core value. I love that one. Or appreciate others' value, or appreciate the value of others, or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all, yeah. I think we
I
all
wish
need,
we all did. I wish we
right?
all did, but the truth is we don't.
I
Not
think
everybody
that's
does.
something that's missing in this world anymore is that nobody really seems to appreciate anyone anymore,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
even for the smallest things.
Mm-hmm. I know. So back to the workshop. Thank you. Thank you for that interesting conversation. I really appreciated it. And I could tell Aisha did too. She was chit-chatting with us about it. So having a referral program to incentivize your existing clients and always be thinking in the back of your mind who you're attracting and why. And customer loyalty programs show appreciation to loyal customers with exclusive offers and discounts. I have never actually personally done this because I don't like to focus on money. So what I do is like I have a client who we always go, they have a barber shop. We always go to their barber shop for my husband's haircuts. And then they quite often send us clients. And then well, Peter was at the barbershop. I got him to find out what their favorite restaurant was. And then when they had sent me 3 clients in a row, and I sent them a $150 gift card to their favorite restaurant. And when they phoned me to thank me about it, they said what impressed them most was that I figured out what their favorite restaurant was. That's what they really liked, you know? And I like people like that because it is something to figure that stuff out. So it's really important to get into your local networking and create partnerships. Attend local business events, meet potential clients and industry peers at trade shows and community gatherings. Building relationships is really important at those gatherings. You can exchange business cards. You can network with property managers, real estate agents, and relevant professionals, contractors. When I was in the lumber industry, there was every year an big RV trade show. And I always used to say, why? Like, because all the salesmen would go to the RV place. I'm like, why would lumber salesmen be going to RV shows? Because many people live in their RVs while they're waiting to build their houses. I never thought of it back then. I was in my 20s. I didn't understand anything about marketing. But when they told me that, I just thought, wow, that's genius. Collaborations, partner with local businesses for cross promotions and joint packages. Somebody recently, Beverly, she's new in the program. She's new in the Freedom Program. She messaged me the other day, and I love this idea. She said, January is Glaucoma Awareness Month. And so what I would like to do is create a package to offer some free cleaning for people with glaucoma. I said, that's amazing. She said, what do I do? I said, call up your community services, call up your local healthcare resources, let them know about your program, and start marketing. Go to networking events, go to, events for the blind or for the
Lions Club.
Yeah, like
Lions
what an
Club.
amazing idea. And all you have to do, when you're first new in business or when you're struggling to maybe create revenues, it's scary to give away free services. But you could give away 6 hours of clean and in return charge for 20 or 30 hours of cleaning, I just thought it was amazing. So that's how you can collaborate. Go and talk to people, find out what they're interested in, and do something like what I liked about that is I always hear about veterans and single moms and people in rehab. I always hear about programs for them, but I've never heard anybody talk about glaucoma. You hear about heart disease and kidney disease, and all of those things should be taken care of as well. But how about the ones that people are missing? Like, I've never heard of glaucoma, anybody giving away anything to glaucoma. So I loved it.
That's really niche marketing. That's like drilled down niche marketing. And you could almost apply that to other things if you know that there are people who have diseases that make it difficult with mobility, if they have a challenge.
The only thing that I would say about it is that a lot of times you're going to, if you spend too much time giving away your services or giving discounts for people with these issues, you may not be able to grow your business as quickly as you wanted to. But if you're networking with other people who are involved in these agencies, now you may be able to gain the respect and admiration of these professionals so that they will supplement your free cleaning by hiring you to clean their places. So it's really what I did. I've always been somebody who advocates for recovery, obviously, because I am in recovery, and mental health awareness, because I spent 15 years in mental health awareness and working in dementia care, and I loved it. And I loved those people. So we started to give extreme discounts for people with mental health disabilities. And the local health authority found out about us and they gave us lots of work. And we were broke. We had employees who were burnt out from dealing with these mental health issues. We were serving clients who couldn't afford our services. The health authority wasn't subsidizing them like we thought they would. They were just putting us on their list as a, you know, a cheap service provider. And then of course, because my heart was so into it, I couldn't say no. So just think about those things when you're thinking about, you know, getting involved in charity work. Just make sure that you remember that if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others. If your business is not thriving, you shouldn't be giving away too much
Would
free.
you feel like you need to set the expectation at the front? That was my plan, is that, you know, I have a few little programs that I wanted to launch. And my goal is to maybe help, you know, three people, like three extraordinary cases during the month. And, but, you know, working with the organization that will help identify those people, I have to make it clear that, you know, that three is like my limit. If and until I grow and I have other people to allocate to supplement that, I think three is more than plenty.
Yeah, I absolutely, I believe that you should have a plan walking in and have your solid understanding of what you can afford to in any sense of the word, financially, emotionally, typically your resources of your workers. For me, what I learned about myself then is that I can't say no. When I see somebody in pain or that needs help, I can't say no. I think I'm getting better at it as I grow up a little more. But when I first started my cleaning business and thought, you know, I can make money and have this amazing cleaning business, and I can serve these people that I have this bond with. I forgot that there needs to be boundaries, limitations, that, you know, there was so much more to it than just the money. There was the resources of the people that were working for me, the liabilities. It was just crazy. I did that for about 6 months, and of course it didn't break me. It taught me a lot. So I always say, if you're willing to take risks, you will learn things that will take you further in life. Whether it's financially or emotionally, it doesn't matter. As long as you're growing as a human being, it's worth it. But you do have to take care of yourself. You know, you can't give it all away. This is amazing. This open discussion, usually by the time I get here, I'm trying to pull people to talk, but you guys have been so interactive. I really appreciate it. So when you're thinking about your strategies for marketing and finding your target audience, like, what are your favorites right now? Or the ones that you think will be your favorites in the future?
What do you mean by that?
What I mean is, like, when you say, so we all have this romantic idea of what marketing should look like. You know, like my romantic idea was that I would serve people with mental health disabilities. What is your romantic idea of how you should market your cleaning business?
Thanks. Well, I have a son who is a technical genius. He's a PhD in computer sciences.
He is a technical genius.
Yeah, he actually,
You're not just a bragging mom.
It's like I love bragging on my kids, but that's like, you know, I've been building my website constantly, and I'm at a point where I'm ready to like SEO, keyword, everything. And, you know, so I'm constantly picking up the phone with him. I've always had great luck with my web presence and being able to really target my local community with crazy keywords and phrases and things. I think you know, networking, I think you have to network, and I think you have to get in front of people. And I've never been anyone I'm not a sheep. Like, I don't like to do what everybody else does. I want to do something a little different, but I have to find out what that different is and how I'm going to represent that to people. Um, you know, like, what's the tone of my business? Do I want to be very, like, professional? Of course I want to be professional, but, I think you have to have a sense of humor, and you have to,
Mhm.
um, easy to work with and all of those things. But, I don't know. I am in a quandary about social media because I'm like you. I'm so tired. Like, when I get on TikTok and I go over to Clean Talk and I
Mhm.
see 50,000 people all doing the same thing. Um, and I don't like to put my face on media. So, like, I've been researching how to do Instagram reels without showing your face.
Wow. Wow.
And
Yeah.
there's a market out there of people who are willing to provide, templates and video and all of the stuff that goes along with that, of course. But I think for me, I'm kind of old school. I'm almost 60 years old, so I've been in business for a long time. I think I'm old school in that I want to get out and connect with people. So I'm probably going to be doing a lot of networking, like running into people at the grocery store, figuring out how to do a 1 minute conversation, like all of those
Elevator
little,
pitch. Yeah.
yeah, your elevator speech,
Yeah.
like your 30-second elevator speech.
Mhm. Yeah. Um, Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. SEO, having having someone in your life. I remember you and I talking about this, and I really felt envious when you told me about your son. Having someone in your life that understands SEO and the keywords and all of that. Obviously, it's rubbed off on you a lot because you have a lot of confidence. I can tell that you know what you're talking about in that area. It's really, really nice. I mean,
Just a good show.
that will put you ahead for sure. So, what is your least favorite? I think you might have touched upon it when you were talking about social media. And
My face, like, I am a weirdly confident introvert.
mhm, mhm,
Like, I am very introverted, but I can be extroverted when I want to or need to, but it's such an emotional suck.
yeah,
It really is. And it's
you must be a little bit of
first, well, it's weird in a way because every job I've ever had, I've had to interact with the community at large. And it's frequently meant like big groups of people. And I can do it. And I've pushed myself. I agree with you. You have to push yourself and like conquer your fears. Like, I hate speaking in front of people,
mhm,
but I've done it. And the whole time I'm doing it, I feel like I'm failing, but people tell me, "Oh, you were so great." And I didn't feel that. But then at the end of the day, though, I like come home and just like I'm completely done.
yeah.
Like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to hear anybody. Like, I'm so drained.
Yeah, it makes me think that maybe you're a bit of an empath. You sort of take on
Oh,
the
I'm absolutely an empath.
mhm,
100%.
yeah. Aisha, what is your favorite and what is your least favorite for marketing strategies?
Um, well, I think my favorite would be networking. What I have to do is actually set up time. I have to remind myself um, I've already shared this before, but 2024 is my year of putting things down. And one of the things I have to put down is the fact of actually doing the cleaning and stuff, because um, I already have a commercial cleaning business, but then my employee wanted me to start a residential cleaning because she's just kind of tired of the offices and stuff and wants to do something more in the day while
Mhm.
the kids are in school. And so I'm like, well, I definitely can't do residential cleaning, period. And so I'm like, okay, I can't put more stuff on my plate like that, physically doing the work. So I'm
Mhm.
putting that part down, and I'm like, okay, I have to find more time to network now because I can talk to anybody and everybody about
Yeah.
nothing.
Aisha,
Um,
where are you located?
I'm in Kansas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where are you at? You're in
I'm
Wisconsin
in
or?
I'm in Wisconsin. I'm about 25 minutes from the cities.
Mm.
So I'm just on like the western border. Like, I can get over to Minneapolis in about 25 minutes.
Yeah. So, maybe we'll hook up because I think you're probably like less than 12 hours from me. Because I went to Minnesota over the summer and I was like, oh, look, we are closer to these other states. Because I'm originally from California and I
Oh,
moved to
me
the
too.
Midwest. Yeah. So I'm
Where?
like, Sacramento.
San Diego.
Oh, I love San Diego so much.
So
I love
excited.
it too. Actually, another lady, Danielle, who's usually here, I was surprised she wasn't here today. She's from San Diego, actually. She's in
Oh.
San Diego now. Yeah.
Oh, fun. Good. I wish I was anywhere but
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
It's always sunny. It's always sunny when she shows up at the falls.
San Diego is I love the weather, literally.
Yeah.
That's my favorite spot.
I haven't been back for many years, but yeah, I will always be a Cali girl.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah. And people like get so annoyed. I'm like, I'm from California. And it's just to explain that I don't understand whatever the local thing is. Like, I don't get it because I'm not from here. That's all I'm trying to tell you. They're like, oh, you're so
I'm
stuck up.
definitely not a Midwest girl, trust me. Almost 7 years here and I'm still having a hard time acclimating.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true.
it's a lot. It's literally a different world. I'm like, oh,
Culture shock, like I can't tell you. I grew up mostly on the East Coast, like near DC. So like moving out here was just every way you could think of has been a kick in the pants. So
but you had asked about my least favorite, and I could say my least favorite is probably it'll be the website and dealing with that, and which ties in. Like I don't feel like I'm a stupid person, but I'm just like, I don't understand. I'm using like the most basic, just drop and fill in. And I go, and it's still a bit challenging. I have SEO. I actually have a person who helps me with SEO. And I know that it's not hitting because it's something about my website that I need to fix.
Mhm.
And
Sorry, the person that's helping you with SEO, are they doing anything with your website? Like, are they checking on your keywords and?
they are, and they've had some suggestions, but there is, because they are somewhere else in the world.
Yeah.
Don't ask me where. I don't know where.
what did you build your site?
Well, I have two sites now. So the first one I did was on Wix, and then the second one is on GoDaddy. And like both of them, I feel, even though there's like drop and fill in, I'm just like, it's not neither one of them are what I want them to be. And the answer is probably going to be, I just need to sit down and actually work with someone who will actually build the website like I needed to, instead of me trying to do it on the cheap.
Yeah,
But
we do have website building. We have a website builder on our team, and we offer that service. So if you ever want to find out about that, we could explain it to you. He's doing awesome. He's just finishing up on another website now, so he's ready for a new challenge. So if you
I
get
would
to
definitely
try,
challenge him.
we offer the automated emails, website hosting, and website build, all for, if you do automated emails and website, it's 123 a month, and that includes all the hosting. If you just do automated emails, it's 97 a month. And we've never done just the website, because you might as well do the website and the automated emails together. So let me know if you ever want to look into that, and we could have an interview, see if it would work out.
Okay,
So
I'm ready. Writing that down.
awesome. I think that you'll see it somewhere in the portal too. I think it's advertised in there. But now for these things, so what I found was really interesting and I really loved was that your least favorite is Cindy's favorite. That's why these types of groups are so important, because you'll meet people. And I think if I heard it right, your favorite is Cindy's least favorite. So it's kind of interesting. And I'll tell you this, you're both core values fits, because you're here with me. That's something to think about when we're talking about core values matches. Not everybody has the same skills regardless of their core values. So I thought that was really excellent that the two of you had exactly opposites. I was like, yes, this is perfect. So here is the challenge. Oh, it's to take the strategy that you hate the most and learn it, implement it, and make it work. So the whole point, the whole part, or the whole point to it all is that it's easy to do what we like. And it's easy to do what's easy. If you do the hard stuff first, then the easy stuff is even easier. It's like if you do the hard stuff first, the easy stuff just happens on its own, it seems. And that is when you're starting to learn marketing, I think that is the most important thing, is to learn the hard stuff first. And unfortunately, the learning never ends because it's always changing. Technology is happening so fast. If you start now and if it's something you don't like, if it's technology based, website based, it's definitely going to be difficult, but there's no time like the present when it comes to the advancing technology to understand where it came from. So we've got AI coming on, like pretty soon. You're just gonna speak into a microphone and say, I want a website for a cleaning business that is optimized for SEO. This is my target audience, and it's just going to build it. But like anything, if you understand the foundations, then you understand the proper keywords to tell the AI to build your website. Do you see what I mean? Learn now. Don't wait for it to get easier. You know, it's never really easy. It might be easy for you. Social media has always been my problem, and I know that my social media is lacking. I just fumble around and try my best, and I always say, oh, it's authentic. When you hear me say, oh, it's authentic about myself, what I'm telling you is it sucks, but I'm okay with it. That's authentic.
I love that. That needs to be a t-shirt.
Maybe I should make a t-shirt that says that. Yeah, it sucks, but I'm okay with it. What I'm thinking is the trend for authenticity is going to come back. And when it does, I'll still be authentic. In other words, I'll still suck, but I'm okay with it. So I just keep trying and I just keep doing. I do have Jez, who is really good at doing video and stuff. I don't know if you guys saw my 12 days of tips. That was stressful, annoying, but in the end, it was finished and done. I'm actually I feel pretty, what do you say, accomplished that I got through it, you know. But when I look at them, I'm like, oh, that's not really how I envisioned it.
The key is not to give up, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I still think that I have my audience. My audience probably appreciates it. So I just keep going. Yeah. Don't give up. Just keep going. Yeah. Yeah. So that is your homework. Just take that thing that you don't like and learn about it. You can learn the basics in your foundations program. If you want a referral to an expert in the business of whatever it is that you decide you want to learn, I will give you a referral to somebody that I know and trust. Most of the people that I refer, first of all, I build relationships with these people. I won't just refer you to someone just because they said that they have the skills. I actually build relationships. They usually come on my Wednesday spotlight and give some free info. And most of them are willing to give a free analysis or free info session to my clients. So if you're looking to broaden your horizons and get to know an expert in any industry or any field, I should say, let me know and I'll send you to who I trust and see what can happen for you. So any questions? Let me see. Is there another slide? I think we're done. Yeah. Are there any questions?
I don't think so.
It was a really great conversation today. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's so great to just sit and chat. I think this Tuesday workshop has become one of my favorites because I'm learning all over again and remembering, and I'm also getting to know you guys a little more deep or a little more in person than I was getting to know my foundations clients before. So I'm really excited about this. You're not foundations though, Cindy. You're a CEO master plan, aren't you?
No, I was the mid-level.
Yeah.
I wasn't the, yeah.
Yeah, that's the master plan. So actually, there's some content that's still being uploaded to your program.
Yeah, I have to get through it. The holidays, I mean, I'm so glad that I signed up when I did because I knew I needed it.
Mhm.
But it was also like a difficult time to sign up because it was the holidays and we've had, I've had so much going on. So it's kind of like a push just to make myself sit down and take the time to get through it. So that was after we get off of the meeting tonight. I'm going to try and get through the one video I was watching.
But it's not a rush, although the sooner you do it, the sooner you can start working towards your goal. And in your program, the automated emails are included in that program, so that's something that we'll need to get busy on. But yours is a 6-month program that guarantees you $10,000 in increased revenues per month by the end of the 6 months. And clients who are dedicated and who come to the meetings and work with me, like I give you homework, you do your homework, we move forward, reach that in usually actually half the amount of time, usually around 3 to 4 months. But if we get to 6 months and you aren't at $10,000 in increased revenue, we continue to work together. So
hopefully I'll be at 10 because right now I'm starting at a big fat 0. So
you want to know that the
I haven't launched yet. So
people that I have worked with that got to the 10,000 faster are the people who started at 0.
yeah.
It's the people who come in at, $2,000 to $3,000. They already are so set and solid in what they think is the right thing to do that sometimes I have to spend a lot of time just breaking through their like tough exterior, mindset, just working on their mindset and like those people who have been stuck at 2 to 3,000 for a year or two, or 5 are very jaded. And first they have to learn to trust me, and then they have to learn to trust the system. And like sometimes it's very slow, but they still get there. It's a lot more work, but the thing is that that's what they need. What they needed was the mindset work, and then the money would follow. But the people who show up with the already ready mindset, it happens. It happens so fast. The system works, and that's exciting. So I had one guy from New York. He was a realtor, and he insisted he had to work with me, like insisted, and I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't know. You're pretty egotistical, and it sounds like you really want a lot. He's like, I want to know that you're going to be here on these days at this time, blah, blah, blah. He was like laying it all out for me. And I was like, you sound very controlling and egotistical. I don't think I can work with you. And he came back 3 or 4 times. So finally he said, what do I have to do in order to be able to work with you? And I said, well, what I need you to do is be willing to work with me. And I want to do anything I can to serve you. I will serve people. Like, that's what I do. But I can't have you treating me like a servant. We are partners here, and we will work together to grow your business. And he said, oh, yeah, I can do that. I just wanted you to be aware of my needs. And he got there quick. 3 months. 3 months, he was at $30,000. He was so fast. It was just amazing. And he did everything that I said. Sometimes I'd be like, oh, whew, I gave Mike enough to keep him busy. And then I'd wake up in the morning and be like, okay, I'm done. What's next? I'm like, oh no. I don't know what's next. Give me a minute. That was back in the beginning before we had the portal, right? That was just one-on-one mentorship. And wow, he did great. He did awesome. And then there was another one. This was my biggest challenge, and I love it. Like, it's my favorite story. I don't know if you guys have heard it. It's about the email automation. One of my clients got a invite to a consult for a huge warehouse, and he messaged me and said, I from the email automation, I got this warehouse, 1 million square foot warehouse, and I don't think I'm going to go to the consult. And I said, well, why not? And he said, well, because it's just me and Maria, and we just don't have the we don't have the skills or the abilities. We're just getting started, and it would be a waste of time. We can't do that. And I said, I understand. I wouldn't say that you're ready for that kind of commitment or a big, huge job, but I'd really love for you to go on the consult just so you could see what it's about. Let's use this as a learning experience. I'll tell you what to say, and you know, what to look for, and just go on the consult so you can learn for next time you'll be ready. So he went on the consult, and they liked him so much that they said he could have the job as long as he could come up with 20 employees in 3 weeks. So he messaged me and said, Carrie, I got the contract. I just have to come up with 20 employees. What do you think of that? And I said, let's do it. I know how to do that. I had just gotten myself 30 employees for a resort that I had landed. And so I just did this. I know how to do this. We can do this. So we did. We got him those 20 employees, and he started the warehouse. And he was there 3 weeks, and they said, we have another warehouse that we want you to run. 2 million square feet, 50 employees. He had 4 weeks this time, and he did it. So instant millionaire, the guy, he's set. He's set. Every once in a while I hear from him. In fact, I heard from him at Christmas. Said, I just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas and let you know everything's going well. We're happy. Everything's running. It's good. That was the most intense, yet the easiest success story. We had to get all the systems and procedures together in 3 weeks for 20 employees, 24-hour shifts, you know. They didn't work 24 hours, but 3 shifts, 24 hours a day. It was awesome. Yeah, so you're in that program. Anything can happen. And we do, well, I always let my clients know I'll do as much as you do. You want to come to 5 calls a week? I'll be there with you 5 calls a week. You know, like with Mike, I just matched his energy. So yeah, we can do it.
Aisha, what prompted you to sign up for the program?
Well, I had actually talked to Carrie last year. It's like 2022, and a lot. 2023 was just anything that could go wrong did go wrong, but I've learned a lot. It's pushing through. And so I've always wanted to work with her. I just didn't have the money. And then she had a deal, and I was just like, I got to do something. I've been praying and crying and praying and asking. And so she was just really did that awesome deal that she put out on Facebook. And I was like, I'm going to do this. I don't really know what this is. This isn't the program that we had talked about. I know I need more help, but I'm going to start here. And because we're not doing 2024 is just, you know, going to be upwards. That's my whole thing. We're not looking back. And so that's where I started. And then I thought it was actually more fortuitous because the program that when we had talked, I felt like this would work out better with that new company that I've now started. And for me, it's really important to get that company really up and running because the employee, she's such a great employee. She's one of those employees you want to do everything for. She's, you know, the A++ one. And I'm like, oh, she needs me to do this, this, and this. Then I need to do this, this, and this. And because I need somebody like her to eventually like be, you know, like, I don't know, GM or whatever it's called that does way more because she's so great at just so many things.
It's awesome to find someone like that. It's so rare anymore, it seems.
Yeah, I love it too, that employee first approach will get you everywhere.
I think that's going to be a challenge for me eventually. if I get to the point where I want to scale like that, I am very hard at letting go and delegating.
Mhm.
So hard
Yes.
because I'm such a perfectionist.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a
I've had,
mindset that we deal with as well.
I
I'm
know
glad
for
I
me,
recognize that, but it doesn't make it any less difficult to, let go of it. So
So I'll tell you, this comes up quite often as when we rotate through new people in the program. This conversation comes up at some point. So you may hear it again, but seeing as it's here now, I'm gonna. I have a little time. I'm gonna tell you it. It's the 120 rule. The 120 rule is that as a business owner, especially you, Cindy, I can tell already anyway. Everything that you do is probably at 120% of what the client expects.
yeah.
And so if you hire somebody who is 80% as good as what you are, this will meet in the middle, and they will be able to provide 100% service to the customer, to what the customer expects. So it's okay to be a perfectionist, and it's okay for your employees not to be, because when you meet in the middle, it's going to be more than your clients are expecting from you. So,
Yeah, I think that's a good, I don't want to call it a manipulation in a bad way. I think it's a good manipulation because I don't want to ever have an employee or employees who I expect to be perfect.
mhm.
I think that that's a bad, I just think that it's not good for anybody. I expect that of myself, but it's me. Like I try not to put that on everybody else. I just don't think it's fair. So, but that's a great rule. That's a really good rule.
Yeah, I love it. It really helped me to be able to, for me, I was okay with employees. I just assumed, well, in my first year in business, what I realized is cleaning isn't common sense. Like there's no common sense to cleaning. It doesn't come naturally to everybody. That was a big shock for me, like huge. So then I created these systems to teach people to clean and to give them the power to learn. It's a we work with your strengths and develop your weaknesses kind of program, and it works really well in the cleaning industry. Just accepting that this isn't common sense. Like it still blows me away that it isn't, right? But I completely forgot where I was going with that. So I'm sorry. I'm at this stage in life where sometimes brain fog takes over, and that's what just happened.
I did want to ask you, does anybody mind map?
Um,
Familiar with it?
It's been years since I've heard it even mentioned.
I still mind map.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still so helpful because it breaks things down like to the nth degree, and it doesn't feel like linear. So you don't feel like you're defeated if you don't get hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
I should
So
look into it again. This is a new issue for me, so I'm just learning to cope with it. Sometimes it was really bad in Mexico because I'm actually on estrogen therapy, not estrogen therapy, but on an estrogen patch.
me too.
This thing gives me it gives me such freedom. Well, when I got to Mexico, I forgot my patches at home. And
Yikes.
then when I got there, I searched high and low, and I finally found some that would get me through. But what I found is sometimes the patches that they give you, like I swear, there's nothing there. Nothing happens.
Yikes.
So it's like a crapshoot, and I can tell immediately if it's like immediately. I mean, 24 to 48 hours. I start to notice I'm not able to sleep. My brain fog starts to come back. I start to get all these symptoms, and like, oh, this patch isn't working. But they're so expensive there that you just sort of leave it on and hope that it continues to, like, I hope that I'm wrong.
Well, the funny thing was that, so I've had like many years of no estrogen. I was menopausal early and really suffering. And I finally broke down and agreed, because I don't know how much you read about like the estrogen therapy and breast cancer, all of that misinformation and all that. So I was worried for so long. And I finally was like, I can't continue like this. And it was about that time that I went to the doctor and started discussing it, that, you know, I started getting recommendations from family, like, you need to start a cleaning business, you know, and it was like the perfect storm that I got re-energized and like just jumped off, because honestly, I started getting a lot better sleep.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if I was not on this patch, I'm not sure that I would be sitting here right now. So,
Mhm.
you know, it's amazing how much, you know, estrogen will take away or add to your life.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. It's amazing. Yeah, I went through all of those things. Aisha is not at that area of her life yet. But-
you look like a real young chicken.
She's talking, you're muted.
I love you. I'm actually 46.
What?
Oh
So
my God, girl, no way.
yeah. Yeah. So,
I'm sorry,
so
I
I'm
had
getting
you
there.
like at least 10 or 12 years younger than that. So
Oh, I love it.
it's that pretty smile.
Well, thank you. I have a different question. And it's about the different programs that you offer. Where do I find that information?
You know, really, you can have a call with Peter and he'll walk you through the different programs and
Okay.
what they offer. And with your foundations program, you do get $1,000 credit to any of our programs. So he'll walk you through all that. Usually in the third week for this $147 deal, we invite you to a call to find out about the other programs. So we were going to bring it up with you eventually anyway.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so the foundations program actually is, so it was actually, you were one of the people that sparked my my desire to provide this foundations program. And that's because there's so many people who have this, like they they have this ability to grow this amazing cleaning business. They just need to get started with those, you know, foundational principles, core values, pricing, you know, how to create systems and processes. So the idea is to get you started and headed in the right direction so that you can come to the master plan. So, which is with the one that Cindy's in. And then grow your business from there. And then hopefully I'll be able to help you grow your business enough that you'll want to go for the Freedom Program. So the Freedom Program is what it sounds like. It allows cleaning business owners to have freedom from the stress and worry of the administration of their cleaning business. So we actually run their cleaning business in the back end, like all of the customer acquisition, social media, content creation and promotion. We do their contracts, proposals, quality assurance, employee training, employee attraction. We do it all. Everything that your administrative team would do for you, we do for less than it would cost you to have an administrative team. It's a really amazing program. I'm so proud of it. But that's the thing that, you know, it's good. The growth of my online program reminds me of the struggles of growing a business. Because no matter what, I said it to a client earlier. She's at this moment in her business, which she was, when I first met her, she was just working all alone, 14 hours, maybe even 16 hours a day. She was having a problem with employees. She was only doing residences and she was undercharging. And now she's got a chain of grocery stores, plus some other commercial, and she still has a residential and vacation rental, and she's opening her second location, and she's in our Freedom Program. And she said, like today, she said, it's just so hard. I thought when I got to this level of growth, it would be easier. And I said to her, yes, here's the thing. You get to this point where you're at this beautiful stage. You've worked your butt off. You've worked so hard. You've sacrificed so much, and you have this beautiful, like, coasting level. And most of us don't stay there long enough, honestly, because we get to that level of coasting and then we're bored. We're entrepreneurs. We want to grow. That was easy. I mean, it was so hard when we were working through it. And now that we're coasting, we're like, oh, that was easy. So we take ourselves to the next level. To tell you the truth, if I had stayed, the master plan was the end of the line for my programs, it would have been a pretty nice level existence. Back then, it was me and a virtual assistant and Peter, and easy to run, easy to manage, and lots of free time. Now I have 13 employees and all of these systems and processes to create, and I'm working like right now. I'm training the night shift, so I'm working nights and then I'm napping and then working days with my day shift. Like it's crazy. I'm like, oh geez, it's like I'm a cleaning business owner all over again because that's what I'm doing, creating systems for cleaning business owners.
I
I
think
love
that
it.
people like us, we really thrive in the chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I've always been that way.
Yeah.
You know, like right now, as many things has been going on. I mean, you would think that I would be finding time to just like kick back when I can and rest a few minutes, but I'm just so frenetic. Like I'm still doing like, and the crazy thing is, as good as I feel like I am with cleaning, I probably checked out like 10 books from the library on how to clean and looked at all of these crazy instructional websites and YouTube and everything. And I've been cleaning my own house for practice.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband's like, our house, you're going to take the paint off the walls. Like the house can't
It's
get any cleaner. Like, stop.
I used to do the same thing. I did the exact same thing. Yeah.
You know,
Well,
I'm
that's
just ready to go though. Like I'm ready to go and just do. I mean, when I talked with Peter, like I have this stupid like motor vehicle crash thing that I'm waiting to end and litigate and be over with. So I can't technically, I think legally jump off until that is just signed off. And hopefully that will be very, very soon. But I'm just chomping at the bit, especially the new year here now, because marketing wise, I can think of like all of these amazing things to like jump into the new year and offer and, and who doesn't want a clean house going into the new year?
Yes. Well, the truth of the matter is that every quarter is a new opportunity. So,
yeah,
but I know how you feel. The thing that you can be working on is getting your policies and procedures manual, all of the behind the scenes stuff. You can work on all of that and then just be ready. Once we get your automated email set up, we also will set up for you automated employee emails. So we set up a full year of employee stuff. So we'll get your tax paperwork and your intro email, like welcome to the team email, then the policies and procedures, the review emails, like we set it all up for you. And so even though you might be 3 or 6 months before you have that first employee, depending on when you get started, you're ready to go. So I'd say focus on the menial tasks while you have the time.
Yeah, I've been using like Chat GPT. Aisha, I don't know if you've used AI or not, but
me and Chat GPT, this is where I go, it's just not me. Cause I'm like, everybody talks about it and I go, okay.
You can tailor it. I mean, that's what I find is that I've been able, and of course, with some help from my son, like you have to know how to address it. But I'm telling you, like I've already started my employee handbook. I've already started policies and procedures, and like I'm throwing that in there, and I'm just getting a good, like the good bones, and then I'll flesh it all out, the way I want to. But it saved me so much time. I can't believe it. It's even helped me write a lot of content for my website. I mean, I just have to tweak it, I have to tweak it where I want to and to give it my own voice, but it's just, I've used it for like like cleaning product information. And I can't even tell you, it's invaluable. And I think that too has allowed me to get a lot farther along in building my business than if I were just organically sitting at my kitchen table, like trying to figure out, like ask this question and then go 5 places on the internet and read through a bunch of stuff. I mean, it's just amazing to me. I can't,
You got to tell me how to do it, because me and ChatGPT, I'm like, okay, it just seems like a Google search to me. I'm like, it's saying the same thing.
It's not though. It will aggregate, like it brings all this stuff back. And again, it's like, I'm a huge Pinterest girl. Like you get a real good insight into my brain if you go over to my Pinterest boards. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but between like my son helping me out and then some stuff that I've like saved on Pinterest, you just have to know how to talk to it correctly and ask for the right information. I couldn't believe how easy it was. So I don't know. I've never been scared of technology, but I was always like really leery of it. And now I'm like, woohoo, let's go. So.
Maybe that's it. I just don't know how to talk to it the right way. I'm like,
you have to finesse it like a good boyfriend, like.
Well, this has been awesome. I actually do have to go and clean, but this is for my mom. My mom is doing one of my locations. That should just be one person, but she needs 2 extra hands. So it's her and then another elderly lady doing it. So
yeah, it's great to meet you. Yeah, I mean, if there's anything I can help you with too, just hit me up. So
I loved this. This is where I belong. I just want to say 2024, this is where I belong. I'm so glad I was able to do this. And
Yes, me too. Me too. I also have to go because I have a client,
gotta get down
client
to
that needs help. So I'll
we have an
thank you guys.
onboarding. We have a call on Thursday, right? The 4th, I think.